Sweden versus Team Poland, bro. I think Sweden's gonna win, bro. They have Kevster, they have Sparker, bro. Come on, chat.
Going up against Poland, they're gonna have a Sombra Farah comp to go up against here. Sweden, it looks like they're actually going to match that. Sparker actually gonna switch over to the
Okay, chat, let's watch this.
Which isn't something we typically see on Night Market, but the pick potential is there and can still potentially pressure out Fillion on the Farah here, and can also maybe try and scout out Fake Jake with some of the Sonic arrows, so not a terrible pick. And also one that we know Sparker can play very well. I like what I'm seeing from Sweden so far. Fake Jake doesn't like it very much and is going to quickly dispatch Sparker, so Poland might be on the upswing here.
Sparker said not fun.
Like they are going to be able to get that first little bit of the cap as well, but Kevster taking down Flipper, missing a little bit of that backline for Kevster. Now they don't really have that. They don't really have the backline for Fillion, sorry. And Fake Jake will be able to find the tank of Sweden as well. So now Sweden, even though they initially got the first touch onto the point, Poland is going to be able to flip it right over.
Yeah, I mean, the Kevster finding that pickoff onto Flipper is huge, but without the damage there, without, you know, Sparker also being there, and Kevster just not able to hit the direct impact rockets for the maximum damage, they just can't close that out, and Poland are going to be able to get the cap here. Kevster is still an ever-present threat, as is Fillion, who's pumping in a lot of damage, and Theomatic just can't quite get through the door safely.
Pinging out Kevster, trying to get into the point from above. Fake Jake going to find Theomatic. This Orisa not being able to absorb as much damage as they initially hoped, especially here with the Farah as well. Melon, however, going for the res onto Theomatic. Sweden going to be able to get back to the fight a little bit quicker than they might have wanted, but Skyle going down to an EMP. Was that basically a solo ulti onto Sweden's backline of Kiriko, missing that burst healing? Now Kevster does the
Trying. Appreciate the massive dono. Nights, appreciate massive 6 months.
Fake Jake, in no small part, doing so much for that fight. Now Theomatic backing off, and Melon looking to regroup with the rest of the squad. Kevster instead looking for the Echo now, trying to find a little bit of extra damage, but Fillion still on the Farah and spamming from above at this Orisa.
If that was a solo EMP and it was intentional, it was definitely a great heads-up play, because Skyle was the only member of Sweden that had an ultimate, could have popped the Kitsune Rush, but taking that out of play. Also taking out most of the healing, because Melon's going to be attached at the hip to Kevster. There's the EMP now from Sparker, and they've taken down Forever, so Sweden might be able to get the flip here, and with those pickoffs from Skyle, they should definitely be able to take it.
Yeah, the ultimates, both support ultimates. Valkyrie as well has come through from Melon, and it gives them a little bit of that extra damage in the fight as well. Theomatic
oh no, chat. Oh no.
After a little bit of a rough
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Round, and Poland going to regroup with that same.
I believe in Sweden. I believe in Sweden.
And a Rampage in the back pocket with Forever, looking for a little bit of that extra damage. However, Kevster and Melon still a threat from above, and Kevster neutralizes Fake Jakes and takes the EMP down with it. Sparker switching onto the Ashe. Both of these DPSs loving that, loving the pocket from the Mercy, and Sweden being able to force them back a little bit further into spawn again.
I like Sparker switch onto the Ashe here. I think as long as he's able to hold high ground, he can keep the pressure off the rest of his team by continuing to be the pressure onto Fillion and Flipper there. It's still kind of going to be a difficult task because, yeah, Sparker's not going to have the Mercy pocket because Melon is going to want to stay with Kevster for the most part. But if Melon can ever spare a second to come give a little bit of a blue beam to Sparker, it might end up paying dividends. But again, is that opportunity ever going to come? The Valkyrie's already been forced out from Flipper here. Poland haven't been able to really get in there. A good
no. Good. Wait, the Mercy's blocking. The Mercy's blocking. The Mercy got the kill on the other Mercy. She's blocking. She's blocking.
For the resurrection. However, Sparker forced back, and Melon also taken.
Wait, she lived after blocking?
A little bit of a pistol Mercy. Now Theomatic looking to fight and
no.
Without their supports anywhere nearby, Skyle does regroup on the objective, and there's another Kitsune Rush from Texel. Skyle does have a
okay, chat. They still have 7%. They have 7 seconds to touch. I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to touch.
Flip over once again with the percent advantage on
Bob didn't touch. Wait, who touched?
Come through.
They have to touch. They have to touch. They have to touch.
That touch there, and it looks like Sweden just want to charge through, but Poland just
wait. How did Bob not get there?
and that is just so unfortunate, Sparker being the first one in. But once again,
How
the
did Bob not get
resurrection
there?
from Melon picking back up the Ashe and Fake Shake, trying to get cornered, but there's both the Tracer and the Sombra.
There's no fucking J3 curse. Let's go, Sweden.
Does go down. Fake Shake escapes for the time being and is going to have a little bit more time to build.
I want to know how Bob didn't touch.
But now it's an overtime fight for both of these teams. Whoever gets that first capture is going to be able to win.
Oh, but
Now,
Poland has the
Forever coming in
EMP. Poland
on
has the
Diva, coming in
EMP.
hot as well, but it means that no self-destruct is possibly going to be available. The pulse bomb is here for
J3
Billion.
pulse
He gets
bomb. Wait.
stuck onto but it actually, they get saved by the Suzu from Skyle. Skyle does go down very quickly afterwards because of a dive from Forever, but that was an
Suzu is such a
overtime play
stupid
from
ass fucking
Sweden
ability.
thus far.
But what did
Now
I
with
tell
the
you,
resurrection
chat?
onto
What did I
Skyle,
tell
the
you?
overtime fades away. Poland go down 99 to 100.
That is
Who's
all
right?
because Sweden
Who's
were able
right?
to force Fake
I gotta
Jake
see
out
something.
after the contest came through, before Fake Jake was able to build
Oh,
up to that
look at that.
EMP,
You
and
guys
they
take
took
my-
Flipper
you guys
out
take my
before
side.
Fake Jake could safely come back in to use the EMP. So by the time Fake Jake even gets there to use that potential fight-winning ultimate, Poland are already at a disadvantage. and the
D-Face,
bodies
appreciate the
just
massive
keep
43
dropping
months,
one
and
by one.
OG
That's a great
man,
play
appreciate the
from
massive
Sweden.
4
Great
months.
play to be able to call that out, that you can't just let that Sombra sit there and build up that ult charge. You have to try and put the pressure on her. They do just that. Sweden able to take Night Market. They're off to a pretty good start. I'm liking some of the things I'm seeing from them, but I mean, they still have a ways to go here.
I mean, Sweden going into this, they knew that they were the bottom of their group, basically, and going up against Poland, who actually has won a map already. It feels like it's a little bit daunting when there's so much pressure on them to perform. Fake Shake looking for that Mercy in the back line already, or Sparkar here without the Mercy pocket. The cleanse comes through immediately, and Sparkar will escape off that initial engage. Sparkar really just trying to put pressure onto Filion, who has now switched onto the Echo as well, and alongside Kevster.
I mean, you remember I nearly blew up my vocal cords praising Sparker's Ashe on Nimbani last week. I mean,
Yeah.
Sparker's Ashe play is phenomenal. The shots he's able to hit, but also his ability to survive. He's not under that much pressure right now, but every time it comes through, the peels there, the coach gun escapes are phenomenal, and the rest of the pressure from the rest of Sweden comes through. Sweden should be able to get first cap here.
Yeah, Flipper going to go ahead and regroup with the rest of the squad as well. Texel a little bit of a staggered pick here, and Fake Jake looking like he might suffer the same fate as well. Kevster still looking to go very, very aggressive, and since Melon is right there at his back, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more confident to get that damage down. Sweden finding that first
Fuck
capture
IKEA?
as well, and Sparkar
Whoa,
still
whoa,
putting so
what do
much
you mean
pressure on
fuck
Billion
IKEA, bro?
that Fake Jake can't really match.
My desk is
Sparker's gonna have the
IKEA.
bomb
Everything
as
is
well, and that's a
IKEA,
great
man.
ultimate ability to just stagger things out, bleed off more time, help build up a percentage. Sweden only at 25%, so only a quarter of the way home so far. But Poland coming up, threatening that EMP, might be looking to make something happen. Kitsune rush to kick things off.
Now the Kitsune Rush is countered by Sweden's own Kitsune Rush, and the duplicate onto the Junker Queen as well, getting an extra tank, especially since Theomatic goes down. Melon goes for the resurrection, but it's immediately staggered by Forever, and Flipper's own Valkyrie does come through. Both support ultimates from Poland's side, but the rampage from Kevster is huge. They have to look to cleanse it somehow, and Filion is actually going to immediately be neutralized by Sparker after going for that duplicate. That is insane. Now Poland, all of their players are down. Sweden does get that recap, and Poland doesn't even get a little bit of percentage.
But that's just a great play from Kevster to punish the overcommitment from Poland. They use both of their support ultimates, they use the duplicate from Filion there, and they get nothing for it. And when it's all said and done, you just go in with a duplicate of your own, the bob from Sparker to buy time, the shots from Sparker to pump in damage, and Kevster just come through with that duplicated rampage, and they just roll right through it. Fake Jake now with the EMP, but there's not enough follow-up with Melon's Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, there just is nothing to be done there. Fake Jake did get that initial damage down. Now looking for Skyle once again, but Melon immediately goes there to peel
Okay,
in,
hey,
and
listen,
Kevster is all of a
all I
sudden
gotta say-
on Fake Jake's back. Flipper and Forever, however, while they're focused on protecting the back line, Melon going for the resurrection on Kevster, are focusing down that tank.
All I
and
gotta say
Theomatic
is
now
that
out of
this
the fight.
feels like
Melon
a
using the
reverse of
resurrection
last
on the
round.
DPS
Last
means that
round,
they can't
Poland
really
got really
contest
high,
in, this
and then
in-your-face
Sweden
type of
won
way.
under
Instead, they're
them.
gonna have to
Now
back
this
off
way,
and
Sweden is
disengage
winning,
off
and now
that fight,
Poland just
trying
took it
back
under
the rest
them.
of the team.
And Poland are able to sneak the point out. I believe everybody from Sweden went to go try and cover the res from that early pickoff onto Kevster, and they do, yeah, get the res, but they give up so much positioning that Poland take the point, they find more bodies, Sweden have to back out. They can go back in now that everyone's at full strength and they have an early pickoff here, but Poland got themselves on the board.
Poland, they at least get this little bit of percentage and looking to hold on. They have that Kitsune rush and it goes out from Skyle first, and Texel just cannot respond.
Sweden's rolling right now.
Space, and the duplicate from Kevster doing so much to flip that point back over in Sweden's favor as well. Poland, this might be looking like a 2-0 on this control map thus far with no way back in. They've switched Flipper over on Flipper.
What do you mean the curse is coming back? What have you done? I said Poland was going Sweden was going to win this.
That could potentially be used here. The pulse bomb from Filion doesn't find anything. The coach gonna
both teams are really strong.
That's
GG's. That's GG's. That's GG's.
Well to try and
that's
keep
GG's
the Ash
right there.
alive. The Bob comes through onto the point and does so much damage onto that tank. Forever has nowhere to go, and Sparker also going to find Flipper despite the sound barrier being used.
No, that's
now
GG's.
Sparker back in with the resurrection, and Kevster taking down Filion. It's still going to be a little bit of a touch here from Texel, but there's nothing else to be found.
If they go with this, interesting that Sparker is the one on the Pharah and Kevster's on the Widow. I don't expect that to stick.
Okay.
I'd be surprised, but that might actually be what they're coming out with.
Are they're serious? Okay.
All right, Sparker on the Ash. Okay. That at least makes a little bit more sense. You can play double hit scan with this comp, and now you can maybe swap Kevster over the Echo. Okay, all right, yeah, this makes this makes so much
we
more
were like,
sense.
never trust the teams in pre-round.
I mean, even in the middle of the round, I shouldn't trust them there because they're going for like the 5-head double swap there. Ice Wall to block off Theomatic. He's a little bit isolated there, but doesn't look like the follow-through is going to be there. Sweden able to hold for now.
Ramatra does pull them down with his abilities a little bit, but forcing the switch onto the Nemesis and trying to just shred down the rest of the health as they're forced off the point, and Theomatic surges forward with the help of the javelins.
You guys probably know a lot more than me. Theomatic, is he an Orisa main? He's been playing Orisa on both maps.
Kill while Kevster will focus down ICAV and take out Sparkar's Nemesis mirror in that Ash.
That's going to be a really quick cap for Sweden. They're great play again from the DPS core. Everyone from Sweden really, giving it their all now. You're seeing a lot coming through from both Sparker and Kevster, but Theomatic is playing a lot safer than we saw Romani play in the previous series. Able to stay alive, able to not get caught out by the Mei walls. And,
but also a good
Skyle
monkey.
and Melon are also there to bail him out there. And Sweden, they've got a little bit of forward momentum there.
Finzi, you better win next fucking game, bro. Tell your fucking team they better win.
I saw the stars around Diva's head on the portrait there. I was like, there's no way they got the DMAC right, but the health bar was full. I nearly fooled myself there. But Sweden, like I said, they have a lot of tools. They have a lot of momentum. They're about to have 5 ultimates. They should be able to just brute force this through Streets phase, unless Poland are able to make some magic with the sound barrier once they build up to it.
Yeah, I mean, the sound barrier, I'm not sure how much can be done here with Sweden's 4 ultimates. Now, Kevster, okay, already a self-destruct in the books for this duplicated Diva, and it's going to force a lot of positioning off as well. Poland only had that amplification matrix. They used
they're using ults
Sweden,
to get...
they did back off a little bit more, but they still just had to back off to the objective and not any further. Theomatic doing so well at making space as well. The hack does come through from Fake Shake, but the Kitsune Rush is going to help the backline sustain up that tank. Big, Javelin spin and Terra Surge gets half health, and there's the EMP from Fake Shake to finally neutralize Theomatic.
Poland,
Sparker
good
also
shit.
Goes down with the help
I thought they were gonna lose.
From ICAV. Melon, however, very quick to bring back Theomatic just as that Valkyrie fades away and stick close onto the objective. Sweden still somehow sustaining through this fight despite all that was used by Poland, including those 3 ultimates. Now Forever still hasn't built up to the very first self-destruct, but is going to come back in very quickly and look for that ultimate.
I mean, it's gonna have to just be to stall, right? Like, it's gonna get forced out there, and there it goes.
Okay, no, they're still holding. They're still holding. They're still holding, chat.
They don't have to face check that. Now Poland are pretty much out of options. They have to try and either get a pick off here or use just the amp matrix, but Kevster's already got another duplicate. He's just gonna go ahead and go for it, take the high ground.
I hate how they show that. Okay, I like the first person POV, not the other one. They have 2 Ashes on the high ground.
Just to buy themselves a hair of space, but that's only gonna last so long, and Sweden's aggression, it feels like, has lasted much, much longer.
Yeah, the duplicate at least does go down. Skyle is doing a really good job of keeping Theomatic up, and I feel like this Theomatic-Skyle duo has been forcing so much positioning and aggression towards Poland's side. Now that they do have that hack on the back line, but it's just a swift step from Skyle as well as a Suzu to keep Theomatic in the fight and just completely stave off the pressure from Fake Jake in the back line.
I mean, speaking of pressure, Sweden are just applying so much of it. They're playing so well right now. Like, they're constantly applying pressure and then disengaging whenever Poland has something that can counter them, like the M Matrix, like the sound barrier, even the Bob or the EMP.
How many Suzus can he throw off in a rush?
And then
2?
clap Poland with every ultimate in the book, or at least just hang around and build up to one of their own and just get more value out of it. You just can't quite get rid of this squad. Even Theomatic was getting like kind of melted down there, turns around with a javelin, able to stay alive. He's still alive in here in like no man's land.
What was...
Yeah, and Theomatic also using the Terra Surge to bring down a lot of the health, but Poland is finally going to get that pick. Now the Valkyrie comes out from Melon, and I'm expecting they're going to get that res off onto Kevster. Very low is forever stuck in this little room with Kevster and Melon, but they're still trying to force them back further. Sparker is playing like in close range Ash melee, but that self-destruct does come through, forcing them to dance around the objective a little bit more, trying to stall, but the bomb comes through,
a big
and even though
dynamite.
they're all trapped in that little corner, they're just going to have to back off even further, make sure they're out of the sight lines of this bomb.
That's a big bob. That's a big bob.
Sweden comes through. Skyle takes down Forever with a headshot out of the mech, and
I wanted
there's
to
just
see
not
the reaction
much
to my
be done from
5K.
Poland. Not even a little bit of a touch here.
It's equal parts aggression and resilience from Sweden. They're pushing so far up, and Poland are trying to
If I didn't see it, then I was probably like looking at chat or modding chat. Bro, Muzo, bro, I wanted you to win so bad. What happened? I was your team. I favored your team, bro. Maybe that's what happened.
The use of the cooldowns of the javelin spin and of the fortify to help keep that health bar as topped up as it could possibly be. And Sweden, like, even towards the end, Poland invests the Amp Matrix to try and dislodge him, and it just doesn't work out. And then Sweden, they just clap back. They come back again with all of their ultimates. Like I said, they come back with the Bob. They come back with the Terra Surge of their own. They come back with all of these ultimates, and they just keep up the aggression. And I mean, like, Poland are
small
trying
mistakes
to
made
be
us
proactive,
lose,
but it's like not working out.
I'm sorry,
the kiting
man.
From Sweden thus far has just been immaculate, and now headed onto the defensive side. Not many changes to the comp, just Kevster switching over onto the Sombra instead. Poland going to try to match the Echo that Sweden had on attack with Flipper back onto the Mercy. Actually, never mind. Fake Jake switching onto the Hanzo. Not sure if they're going to keep any of this, though. ICAV, we've seen him pop off in the past, but it doesn't seem like it's happening in the face of Sparker.
Chat, am I high, or is Sparker Overwatch League player?
Is just performing really well for Sweden thus far as well.
It's not just the Theomatic switch either. It's like the whole change of pace in the way that Sweden is playing. Like, this feels like they really did go back to the drawing board, coached themselves up, you know, decided that if we play this way and we play this style and we coordinate in this way, we can just end up winning fights that we have no business winning. One of my biggest complaints was that it just felt like the pieces weren't coming together for Sweden, but if they keep playing with this aggression, ability to disengage, come back in stronger kind of tempo that they're playing at, like, throw that all out the window. The pieces will have finally come together, and they will be only on the upward trajectory from here on out.
Yeah, Theomatic is taking a lot of pressure, absorbing so much damage as well, but somehow just able to stay alive, sustain through all of it. Forever getting a few touches and switching onto that Orisa to try and contest as well. The resurrection does come through and Skyle goes down. Now without the burst healing of Sweden's backline, they're going to struggle a lot more, and Melon has to dislodge himself from the DPS
Jay3,
line.
I think
Both
a
of them
basketball
do go
hero
down,
would be a
Melon
cool
doesn't have
concept.
A resurrection in the books for
Farah has
Sparker.
a basketball
So now
email,
Theomatic
doesn't she?
going to fall as well
A highlight
after
intro?
Melon gets dislodged, and Sweden, they do have to fight for the
basketball
streak space now.
hero? What the
Yeah,
fuck is
it's
that?
that-
Like, you
that
want
Hanzo
someone to like
Ash,
do a
if you just let
layup
them
or
have
like
the
a
angles,
slam dunk on
eventually they
someone,
will
put the
strike
nuts in the
gold
face, and
taken down.
that's double
I mean,
headshot
once
damage,
Melon
and that's
falls
like
there, it's pretty
one
much
shot
over. I
headshot?
think even before that, it was kind of over for Sweden. Poland doing a great job to cap quick. They got 5 minutes to try and work this through street space, and they're about to have a similar ult bank to what Sweden had on their attack. So we're at a little bit of an even footing right now. Sweden have to try and make up the difference. Kevster on the Widowmaker. If he's able to find something, that could be huge. That might actually be exactly what Sweden needs. But is Poland even going to
Sounds
give him
good
an
to
angle?
me.
And especially with all the pressure that's going to come from both ICAV and Fake Jake, like, how's he gonna find anything?
Okay, well, they have that Bob to come through from Sparker's side. ICAP matches with the Bob
G-Force
zone,
game
but the
driver
Dragon
ready,
Strike
chat.
does force a lot of positioning out of Sweden. The Kitsune Rush is going to do much more for this Swedish squad and allow them to push very far into the
nice
defensive
shot
side
on the
of
Mercy
Poland
trying to get
and
out.
force them back into their spawn. Kevster actually finding something on the Widowmaker as well, but Sparker with this pocket is a menace, getting lots of damage down very, very early.
That's not even just the pocket. That's the pocket plus the Kitsune Rush. That's a ton of damage coming through, a ton of just ability to go for that second shot, the fire rate. Sparker just puts out so much damage there. And yeah, Kevster even finding one on the exit to try and throw a spanner in the works. Poland still have a lot to work with now, but now Sweden are going to have favorable angles to work with. They have to keep coming through the arches there. That's a great way to start.
All I'm saying is that if pocketed Ash with a Mercy, like, you know, in the World Cup, I should have been in the World Cup, chat. That's all I'm saying.
Poland side, they've already had that Valkyrie come out very, very early. The Terra Surge does come through quickly, but doesn't find anything. No one is even caught inside, and Kevster finding the hit scan of Poland, going to make it a lot harder to neutralize Melon. Now Theomatic on a rampage with the Javelin spin blocking off the damage, and since they had ICAV out of the fight, it was a lot harder for Fake Jake to contest those angles.
Yeah, speaking of ICAV, is now going to go ahead and try and contest Kevster. Fake Jake swapping over to the Sojourn. That's an interesting one. I mean, Poland are going to have the Kitsune Rush here, so they should be able to play at least a little bit aggressive. But now, like, you don't really have someone aside from Forever that's going to make strong use of that Kitsune Rush. The Bob
Nice. He fucking javelin him in the air, dude.
Oh yeah, Fake Shake going down early, and there's no resurrection from Flipper either.
The Mercy's
and now
pistoling.
they're just so struggling to get through this point. Melon even went in with a pistol there occasionally, just to get that little bit of extra damage through, while Theomatic finishes off that kill. Kitsune Rush already charged up for Skyle once again, and Poland, they just used the Kitsune Rush.
Theomatic is so deep right now, and no one is punishing him. He doesn't even, he didn't even have LOS of either support that whole time, and just walked in, killed two.
I don't know, chat, but I think Team Poland is trying to mirror Team Sweden, and they're losing at it. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Forever play Orisa, unless I'm mistaken.
But you know,
don't have much choice to. I mean, okay, so they find the kill onto Kevster. It's res. Poland, they don't really have an ult to get their way in just yet. They don't have a big fight-winning ultimate. Like, ICAV has to hit something, or Fake Jake has to build this this overclock and hit everything. Otherwise, Poland, they lose forever. They're just playing until they have that Kitsune Rush so they can
I'm sorry. That's a stupid fucking character, bro. There's a support character should not be able to do that.
That was absolutely dirty, climbing up onto the Widow and taking down ICAV. They do have these three ultimates now. That's the Overclock, the Valkyrie, as well as the Recon. But the Recon does come through from ICAV, so now they're avoiding these angles, but they're just really struggling with getting through this choke point. And somehow Sparker is still able to take down Texel despite them having vision. Fake Shake with the power slide does come through with the overclock as well. Spotted out Melon, but is really looking to focus down Skyle, and that seems to be his mistake. Sparker turns right around,
now running Zarya.
That Sojourn very quickly, and the resurrection comes through onto Kevster. So now Sweden, they have all five still up, still holding this choke point, while Poland is grasping for straws. They've even switched over to the Zarya as well, looking for that little bit of extra damage on their side.
I mean, and that's really just to pressure out Theomatic. They have to try and dislodge the horse from the cart if they want to do anything, but Sparker's got an angle here that's going to be equally difficult to dislodge. A hack from Fake Jake might finally get him down from there, but at Poland, they're looking kind of rough. They're looking like they've been sipping on the Grimace Shake in between the break there. There's another
Grimace Shake
falls, and like, what do you even do, Poland? Like, how do you deal with this?
Oh, okay. Texel is gonna.
That's a good way to start.
Oh,
yeah, take down the Ashe and the Mercy. That's how you deal with this. Thank you for the answer.
Nah,
they still
bro.
have to try and dislodge Kevster and the rest of the gang here and get the cart moving. But I mean, that's a start, and that's better than where we've been for the past like 4 minutes.
Bro.
Yeah, Texel just pulled a little bit of a Skyle there, taking a page out of the Swedish Kiriko's book, and gonna climb up on the DPSs on the high ground. Go ahead, spam a few kunais and the swift step out of there. But even then, 10 seconds left over. It has to be an overtime push if they want to get this, and it's a dynamite that takes down Fake Shake. They need to get this resurrection in somehow, but they haven't come through yet, and the Bob is still there. They have that gravity well though from the Swedish side. Poland does find so much off the back of that. They're able to absorb a lot of pressure using the gravity, and now with so much damage coming from the Zarya, Theomatic just does not have the sustain despite being such a good sustainable tank in the battle of attrition.
Even at this point, though, Sweden have pretty much all but guaranteed themselves a map win or a draw. Poland have to finish with time in order to even get an overtime push, and it's not looking like that's going to be the case. They're in OT right now.
I don't think Poland's winning this, chat.
They don't have any ultimates. They're going to have the overclock. But, like, you look at the side of Sweden, Skyle is going to have the Kitsune Rush. With the aggression that Sweden's been pumping out, they might just be able to completely wipe them off the point right now. Kitsune Rush comes out, as does the overclock. Who is going to find more value right now in this pivotal moment?
Yeah, this is also a switch onto the Winston as well.
Miguel, appreciate my 19 months, my friend.
Out of the fight. Oh my god,
GG's.
nasty shot.
You cursed Poland? How did I curse Poland when I said Team Sweden was going to win?